Hey Flosstube, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is January 3rd, 2025. Happy New Year! This is a channel about cross stitch. I also do other crafts, but this is not gonna, they're not gonna be on this video at all. This is for my excuse me, WHCO for this year, my kit parade, and my whip parade. And you guys, I finished 2 things the past week, so I only have 12 whips going into this year, which is crazy. But first, I have a little number of, I don't do a finish parade because I finish things. A lot of them are seasonal, and they get put away with seasonal stuff, so I'm not going through all of my crap and digging out all my finishes because I'm too lazy for it, really. But this year for cross stitch, I finished 45 things. Knitting, I finished 2 things. Sewing, it's just pillowcases, quilts, random things, 33 things. And then random, like the card I made for the advent and things like that, 3. So 45, 45. What is that, like 83 things for the year finished all together, something like that? Not too shabby. I'm just gonna throw trash on the floor and pick it up later because I have a lot of stuff on my table. So where should we start? I guess the whip parade, because then I can go into my WHCO board, and then I'll end with my kit parade, which is my plans for the year. So I tried to do it in years. I only have projects from 2021, 2022, 2023, and last year, so nothing very old, which is nice. Okay, I always feel weird when I do whip parades, like I don't know what I'm talking about. So start of the pot. Where am I gonna put this stuff as I'm doing it? Maybe on this chair. Okay, so let's see. This is Blackened Sky. This is one of my oldest. This and my Chatelaine are my oldest. Oh, it's a picture of my husband. Sorry. The one on my phone decided to show me that. From Primitive Needle. It's out of print. Sorry. There it is. When it's finished. Let's see. So I'm working on Nameless Gray 18 count Ada from Stitch Me 2/2 in the called for DMCs, except for a couple of overdyes. And I finally cut the fabric, so look, it's not hugely long anymore. But that's where I'm at. So the overdyed is in the sun, in the key, because I wanted to have a big chunk overdyed and just like a little overdyed. And then a little overdyed is this little moon, which will pop up again up here in the tombstone. There we go. That's where I'm at so far. So I'm almost done. I have to do the border. I hate this one. It's got like, on these 2 sides, it's like 4 lines of border, like an angel thingy here. And then up here is that whole tombstone lady tree. It's one of the more stitch heavy ones, so I'm saving it for last. But there it is. And again, as I said before, I'm not sure I'm going to do the top and bottom border. I started it, and then I was like, I'm not doing it, but then thought maybe I will, so I left that in. We'll see. I do love it. I just hate working on it. Don't know why I hate working on it. I keep saying it's because it's 2 threads on 18 count. I really should have done 1. I don't know if that's really the full excuse. I don't know, you guys. And then also from December of 21, this is the 31st as well. Did I start these 2 projects on 31st? I did a New Year's thing back in 2021. I can't remember, quite honestly. But it is my Egypt Garden Chatelaine. It's so pretty. So I keep getting distracted. It snowed and now it's windy, so there's like snow blowing around everywhere. These are so big, so the pictures of them, you can't see all the great, beautiful detail in the center. Like those are chickens all around that you can't really tell. Hey, where is it? There it is. This one also has, the fabric is way too big, but I can't cut it down because I started in the middle. I don't know how big it's gonna be. I mean, sure I could do all the math, but I'm not gonna. And this is on a 32 count vintage country mocha even weave. See how big this fabric is. And this is the top. So this is where I am. So much fabric. And I'm showing you the back. So much fabric. I've been enjoying it more lately because it's been full stitches. Like there's so many half stitches in this part that I don't like doing this part, and there's so much of it, and I have to rip out the inside of this flower because I used the wrong color. Gosh, I have weak ass arms. But there it is. Oh, I can't see. Oh, sorry again for the light. Again, it snowed. Look how pretty. I had started by going all the way around. Like I was gonna go all the way around and work out. I'm just doing it page by page now because I think doing it all the way around was boring me. I mean, I know I'm gonna be like, oh, I already did this and I have to do it again. But if I do a page and get more out here, by the time I go back over here to do like the chickens and stuff, it'll be kind of like new, you know, not doing it over again right away. Does that make sense? Look at the chickens. They're cute. So much fabric. Wish I could cut it because it is a pain to put in the Q-snap. And then so those are my only 21 whips. So from 2022, I have Spirits of the Dead from Modern Folk Embroidery. My picture is bad because my printer is running out of ink, but it kind of printed out purpley, which works out well because I'm working on a purple fabric with the purple thread. I'm doing this on 32 count Belfast linen in Shoal from Picture This Plus, and I'm using Silks for You in Winter Wonderland 2/2. This one's slow because silks aren't my favorite because I have super dry hands. Nothing is ironed. I'm sorry guys. I have super dry hands, so silk really sticks to my hands. Plus I have tactile issues with silk, so if I touch silk for too long, it creeps me out. It's so pretty though. Just slowly chipping away at it. That bottom part's gonna be a butt because it's a lot of, look how, it's a lot of solid. It's so pretty. I don't hate working on it. It's just, like I said, slow going because of the silk. And then, let's see, 120, 22. Next is, what is that? Oh, my Halloween from Acorn Hollow. I knew that. I know what bag it's in. And this is on 18 count to Die For You in Ash and Tan. I don't know if they were on hiatus last year. I don't know if they're coming back. But the pattern is Halloween Acorn Hollow from Carriage Samplings. And I just have one block left, and that's the skeletons in the bottom floor. That's my last block. So this will be done this year sometime, for sure. And that is super exciting because this is such a pretty stitch, and it's so fun to stitch. I absolutely love stitching this. This is 1/1. Let's see, I'm working on that right there, the skeleton square at the bottom. Oh, it's so pretty. I haven't named my skeletons. I tend to name things in them when I'm working the blocks. I actually wrote down their names. So I'm like, oh, I gotta work on Matilda. I gotta work on so-and-so. I wrote it down, but I think maybe I threw it away. No, okay, so my witches, when I was working on them, I named them Maeve and Carlita. And then when I named the cat Grudge. I was watching Star Trek Discovery at the time. And then my mermaid, I named Una. And the skulls are Bill and Ted. And then when I was working on the ghosts, I named them Kowalski, Fraser, and Jacob. I was watching Stargate again. And then when I was working on the house, I named that Skeleton Tanya. I don't know why. Just so I have not named the 3 skeletons in the corner yet. Probably because I haven't actually started working on them. I just did the border and was starting the background because I don't have the thread for the skeletons. I have to buy it. But this one I'm gonna miss when this is done because it really is so much fun to stitch. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to say when I started those. Spirits of the Dead I started in January 2022. Halloween Acorn Hollow I started in April 22. And this was my birthday start in 2022. It's my Haid. Oh, she's so pretty. Nefertiri. Oh, she's so pretty. And, I'm going to give my Haid's on my WHCO board. I'm going to give it this year. See how I feel. If I still hate stitching on it, I will give up on it. Maybe one day I can get like a picture of that, like a print, hang it up instead, because I think she's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Just the prettiest. Oh, but I'm working this one on 25 count gridded fabric using the called for, oh, she's still in the Q-snap. Oh shit, know that. Called for DMCs. 2/110 stitch. I didn't realize she was still in. Huh. But that's all I have. There's so much confetti, so many little beepy boppies. And I don't know if maybe I had Pattern Keeper, maybe this would work better, but I have Apple products, so I can't have Pattern Keeper, and I don't like markup, XP, whatever it's called. I did put a really, well, not really cheap, like $6 like tablet on my wish list. So if I get that sometime this year and get Pattern Keeper, see if that helps me work through this. Because again, I do it on, I'm normally a paper pattern girl. I'm a highlighter till I die. Paper and highlighter. But for something like this, it has so many pages and so much confetti. And then I fold my patterns and put them under the needle minder to work on. So the patterns get folded and folded, especially something like this, over and over again. Some of the symbols are illegible. So honestly, like some of these, I just filled in like the color I was using next to it that I could see, because I'm like, it's confetti. Having one more orange fill in right there, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna make this look any, it's not gonna make it look weird, or you know what I mean? Yeah. So part, that's, I started at the very top, right there, see? Oh my God, there's so much left to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this one more year. I'm gonna give her 2025. See how I feel. Hopefully I get that tablet eventually. See if that helps. So that's my 2023s. Now I'm on, no, that was my 2022s. Now I'm on 2023, which is this. What are you? Oh, my At the Met that I'm currently working on for the winter. So she got a little bit of work done. I started this with Julie from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and she showed me, I forgot to show you that I had finishes. She showed that from a whip parade that the 2 projects I finished, because when I wrote my whip parade projects down, I had 14, then I finished 2 of them, and I have 12. Ugh. This is why I suck at parades. But anyways, what was I saying? I started this with Julie from Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World. She showed me someone else did her on red, and we were like, yes, we're gonna do her on red. And we both had the same red. It's a Jody from Steel City Stitchers fabric. So there's my At the Met. Oh, she's so pretty. She, you know what? If I really dedicated some time to her, I don't think she would take that long. Like, I really don't. I don't think I'll finish her this winter. My goal is to get this part of the black done and whatever blue's in there, and as much of this part of the black as I can of her dress. Because I'm a busy girl. I like a lot of projects, and I have a lot of other things I'm working on, so. But yeah, so 32 count Crimson Peak by Jody from Steel City Stitchers, 2/2. I'm using all the called for fancy flosses, DMC, beads, Krynic, everything that came in the kit. And I worked on her a little bit since last time I saw her too. I got a little more of the black, literally just a little more of the black done on the dress. Like, see what I mean? I don't think she'd take too long. Like, I've got the top part of her dress done, like the shoulder straps and things, and then the sash is all done. So then, like, what? I just have the fun stuff around her, the bottom of her dress, her body, her head, then all that beading. When I say it like that, it sounds like a lot, but I don't think she would take that long if I was able to dedicate, if I wanted to dedicate a lot of time to her. But I do like the way it's popping on that red. I think Julie's idea to borrow the idea from someone else was spot on. And that red is not that color. Like, it's kind of rusty, but in the camera it looks almost orange red. It is not that color. It is not orange red. This lighting blows and I'm losing my bag. She's so pretty. I love that sash. It's honestly got some ugly ass colors in it, but together I think it works. I can't with her. She's so pretty. I'm so glad winter's here. Not because of how cold it is in the snow. We're supposed to have a bigger storm this weekend, so my husband's all stressed out about that because he's a nervous driver and he has to drive an hour and a half. He's a coal miner. He has to drive over an hour to work, and obviously he has to go. We live in Ohio. He has to go into West Virginia and then drive down. Coal mines aren't right off the highway or easy to get to, so he's not looking forward to that, which means he's not the most, I don't want to say not the most pleasant person to be around when he's this nervous. He's anxious, and there's nothing I can do for him, so I feel bad. But anyways, you don't care. And then for 2023, I have my Halloween Quaker from Lila Studios. And I'm doing it on 36 count linen in Paranormal from Bestitch Me, 2/2, using the called for Classic Color Works and DMC. I told you I was making a video. The kid was coming downstairs. She's in jammies. But yeah. I worked on this a little bit since last time I saw it too. And it's funny because what I did was mostly in brown. And I'm like, I didn't realize there was so much brown in this pattern. But what I did was mostly brown. So since last time you saw it, I I keep showing you the back. I finished that motif, did Ween, and Little Witch. It's so pretty on this fabric. I'm sorry for that light in the background. Probably gonna save this little scene for last because it's not my favorite. If I had any design ability, that I would like sub other stuff in there, like another Quaker or something, but I'll leave it in because it looks good in the pattern. It's just, I'm not a big house person. And when I get to the witch's feet, I'm gonna make both socks stripy because I don't like the dotted sock. Those are my only planned changes. But yeah, that's what I've got so far. Ween. Oh, also the witch. She's supposed to, I don't know if you can tell in the picture, yeah, maybe a little bit. Like, she's got little eyebrows. And she's like scolding her little eyebrows. I didn't want to make her an angry witch, so I didn't do that. But I did give her a little French knot mole. I figured, why not? She's a witch. There we go. I don't dislike stitching on this one. I really do like it. I just wish I hadn't done 2/2. I wish I had, it's a really loose 36 count. That's why I'm doing it 2/2. I wish I picked a smaller 36 count so I could have done 1/2 because I'm using all the fancy flosses because I had them in stash. But then of course I didn't have enough in stash because 2/2 eats up a lot of thread. So every time I stitch it, I'm like, should have done it smaller. Should have got a different fabric. So that was my 2022. Now I'm on to my 2023 whips. Whoa, I showed at the Met, she was a 2023 whip. Cause I'm on my oh my God, I'm on the 2023s, aren't I? I apologize. My Halloween Quaker I started in October of 23. At the Met was December of 23. And this is, I started in February of 23. It is not cross stitch, it's needle point. But it was making my brain hurt, so I started it and then I stopped it and then I picked it up since 2023. Oh my God, I started this in February. God knows when I stopped working on it. But it's Autumn Barn Quilts from Nancy's Needle. Oh, it's so pretty. I just gotta wrap my head around needlework. And I'm using the Called For Watercolors by Caron. So hot. Just, you know, fall colors are my jam, man. Those purples, those oranges. That yellow is my perfect yellow. Not super bright. It's literally all I have. I don't even know if what way is up. I don't even know what that is. I think that's the bottom of the tree in the middle. Okay, I started in the middle of the tree. That's all I got. It was so hard for me to wrap my head around this, you guys. Like, talk about feeling stupid. I'm looking at it. Did I do it right? I think that's right. Oh my God, I can't even tell. Am I gonna have to rip that out and start again? I don't know. But there it is. That itty bitty tree trunk. I want this so bad because it's so pretty. So I'm gonna give it, plus my mom got me all the kit stuff, so like, I don't wanna waste it. But it's disappointing. I didn't realize how little I'd gotten done on it. I haven't looked at this in obviously a very, very, very long time. And that's disappointing. So. think that was it for 2023. So now I'm on to last year's 2024 starts. So what? Move stuff off. What is this one? This one is Lakapati, which I started back in March. This is Bella Filipina Designs. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Again, back to the yellows. I'm working on the yellows in her dress a lot, and I'm not enjoying it because I'm working on the bright yellows a lot, and it's not my favorite yellow. I mean, it's needed for this. It pops. It looks great. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I wouldn't change the yellows in it at all. But I don't like stitching on them because I don't like that yellow. I'm like, ugh, this yellow again. And this is on 32 count pictures plus Belfast linen and moss 2/2. And I'm using all the calls for beetles, beads, and fancy flosses and DMC. Are there fancy flosses? That's DMC. I'm pretty sure there's fancy flosses too. Yeah, there's fancy flosses. I knew there were. Oh, that green is so bad in that picture. It always looks so camo on the camera, but it's definitely a mossy dark green. I mean, I guess I can kind of see camo. Well, whatever. But yeah, so see, I'm working on a lot of that light yellow, and that's why she's going so slowly. I just don't like the super light yellows. I don't enjoy them in life. I don't like them. Well, she's a gorgeous. Well, she presents as female, but she's trans, hermaphroditic, asexual. Depends on which legend, which stories you read about her. She presents as female, and they usually refer to her as her. Oh, that fabric looks so bad. Oh. There it is. That's pretty, kind of, yeah. Oh. Those reds are gonna pop on that green though. It's gonna look so good. And then, I started my Cathedral Woods Goddess last year in September. She's from Mirabilia. Jeez, look at those antlers. Just fabulous. She's very blingy, which is pretty, but also pretty annoying to work with because it's cry neck. So I'm stitching her with all the called for beads and fancy flosses and DMC. I will change her skin tone whenever I get to that. And I got that conversion from Julie of Kansas City Stitches. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I don't know what the fabric is. It came with the kit. Some sort of 32 count Witchell. Swigert? Witchell? Sorry, I didn't iron a thing. I just put all my bags in order on my table. I'm a minimalist. No, I'm not. See how, like, look at all that cry neck. And I don't know why, I've said it before, this color cry neck, super easy to work with. That's why when I was doing it, I got so much done. This gold, had me crazy. That's all I got for the gold on the cry neck when I was working on the gold cry neck because I friggin' hated it. See, I love her teals, her, so pretty. Whoa. I love all the little things coming off her shoulders. And her antlers. Just fabulous. Just fabulous. And then this one, I have stuff starting to fall, is my Lady Halloween from Jardin Prive. Oh, I said that pretty good. And it is on 36 count linen in Smashing from Bestitch Me, 1/2. I'm using Silks for You Winter Wonderland, the same purple I'm using in the Spirits of the Dead, and Mo's Sail Silk, Dark Grape, and then DMC 310. Oh, I don't think I have a picture of her. Nope, there she is. There's a little smirk. She's so adorable. Started in the bottom and worked my way across because I wanted to make sure that my fabric was wide enough. As you can see, there's the black, and then this is the Winter Wonderland Silks for You, and the dark is the Mo's Sail Silk. So I'm really enjoying the dark and light purples, especially on this orange fabric. And what's nice about the Mo's Sails is it is a solid purple, so I don't have to do one stitch at a time. I only have to do one stitch at a time when I do the Silks for You. Look at the little froggy. Look at him. He's so cute. So yeah. Part of me wants to work up to see how tall it's going to be, so I have to see if I can cut some of this fabric, but I probably won't do it that way. I just want to make sure that I didn't start in a bad spot and that I had plenty of room on the sides. So that's why it's just this tiny little bottom start. I should hire an assistant just to hold my things up. And again, I'm sorry, nothing is ironed. Ugh, creases. There we go. That's better. Those purples. Oh, I love purple. That's my favorite color. Purple, and then orange, and then like mustardy yellow. Those are my favorite colors. And then this is the last from 2024, right? Lakapati, Cathedral W. Yep. Started this one in December. I started the Lady Halloween December too. So this one I started in December is Gathering Acorns from Cottage Garden Samplings. Oh, he's so cute. And I'm doing this one with the called for DMC and the one Fancy Floss, which is maple syrup from the General Art Sampler. And I'm doing it on 32 count linen, Spooktacular from Bestitch Me. See, this one is, I'm doing Halloween Quaker on a 36 count linen, using 2 strands because it's so big. And this is a 32 count, what did I say it was? Lugana, and it's so tight I'm using 1 strand. This is 1 strand over 2. Oh, I got all the acorns done. I love it on this fabric. I'm gonna love seeing that squirrel on this fabric. I think I might finish yeah, I'm gonna finish all the basket and leaves and then do the squirrely squirrel. I had contemplated just going right to the squirrel, but I'm gonna finish all the basket crap and then do the adorable squirrel. I love that this is mostly browns and yellows, but they have the pop of the orange and the pop of the, it's gray but looks blue in the basket. I just love it because it just gives it a little bit more depth, I think, a little more life. Those are my whips. That's it. I only have 12. That's not bad for me. So yay, whip parade over. Only 12. I don't know how many I had last year. I don't keep track of that. I'm not your typical Virgo. Like, some stuff I want really organized, and some stuff I keep track of. And then there's stuff that I'm like, just, I don't care, put it anywhere. Don't track this, don't track that. I'm not consistent. anyways, I did have 2 finishes. So I finished the Acorn Fairy from Stitchy Princess Black. I did mine on 36 count linen in frost from Stitch Me 2/2 and various fancy flosses, because while I loved this little quirky acorn lady, I absolutely hated the colors in this. So I just went through and picked flosses I liked. Some are silk, some are overdyed cotton, some are from Alfor's Embroidery. I think for the white or tan, I just used a DMC. She turned out so itty bitty and so cute. Again, she's on 36 count linen, 2/2. So I guess I feel like my lesson is that Stitch Me's linen is kind of loose, because it's another 36 count that I did 2/2. There she is. Sorry, I'm just going to fold it up a little bit. That's not a very good fold job, but there she is. Look at her. Isn't she just adorable? And I love the threads I picked. I love the fox and the squirrel and the owl and the bunnies and her little feet and her little acorn helmet head with the leaf. I ran out of the dark overdyed I was using for the tops of those little acorns. Somewhere up here, I had 1 acorn left. So I just went into DMC and got a brown that was pretty darn close. And I can't even tell you which acorn has the DMC. She's so cute. I don't like her mouth, but what else? She would look weird without a mouth. I love the leaves and just the oranges. And I like how much darker it is than this one. Yeah, I just really hated the colors on that. But I stuck to similar colors, you know, the greens, the oranges, the yellows. Just darkened them up. I did use black DMC for like the tails. Oh, that's brown. Sorry, the eyes and the noses and things. So they'd stand out more. She's so stinking cute. And I'm so excited about this finish. So excited. I finished from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Magazine's 2022 summer issue. I finished my Star Spangled Shoal. This is from Michelle Palmer. It was a punch needle pattern. With her permission, Kaylee from Kaylee Tent Stitch turned it into a cross stitch pattern for me. Oh, thank you so much, Kaylee. And I used Fangirl Fibers, 32 count linen, and DMC, the Culver DMC from the pattern, except for the whale I used an overdyed from Kaylee. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. I can see it so well. Cause see how the whale has gray and brown? I really wanted that, and I couldn't find a good overdyed. I found one, and so Kaylee dyed me 2 different versions, and I thought I was going to use General Arts Fisherman's Wharf instead, but when I started stitching the whale, it was really close to this, even though it's not in the pattern very much, but it is like right under the whale. It's one of the variegated DMCs, and it blended in with the whale, so it looked like he had like I don't know, it just didn't look right, so I picked out one of the ones Kaylee dyed, and it was perfect. It is brown, it is gray, it is blue. I can see it so well, but you probably will see it in the camera because you never can. Oh, can you a little bit? Does it look just mainly gray and blue? In person, you can see the brown. I love him so much. I love him so much. I'm gonna make him into a wall hanging, and I'll probably put red, white, and blue strips around him. I love him so much. I almost had him finished. He was almost a 2024 finish. But I went out on New Year's Eve. So I finished him on New Year's Day. Oh my gosh, look at him. Aren't you just in love with him? I'm in love with him. so much. Like, I may FFO him, like, and sometime this week, in the next week. I also know if I should do even red, white, and blue, or if I should do like little red, bigger white, bigger blue, you know, go a little bit, like inch and a half, 2-inch border. I don't know what I should do. Or if I should just do like inch and a half, inch and a half, inch and a half, or go big and make it 2-inch, 2-inch. I don't know. I love it so much. I love him so much. Oh my God, I love him so much. Look how cute he is. Ugh. And Kaylee, I just love that thread so much. I need to do another whale and use that again because I think it's a perfect whale color. She did me a batch in long color repeats and a batch in small color repeats, and this is one with the small color repeats. Oh, he's so cute. I just love him so much. so much. Okay, so that was my whip parade and my FOs. So now I'll do WHCO. So I am not doing fandom stitching this year because, as I've stated, they are doing Supernatural and Doctor Who. I'm not interested. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do WHCO this year. I haven't done it in a few years. And I'm just going to put my 5 projects on it that I don't like working on the most. So it's literally just Black Sky is on there 5 times. Chatelane's on there 5 times. Hade's on there 5 times. Halloween Quaker's on there 5 times. And my Autumn Barn Quilts is on there 4 times. And for January, the numbers were 11 and 20. And I do have them kind of broken down in, like, for Black Sky, it's Black Sky, parentheses, apostrophe. Which ones are those? Anyways, so for Black Sky, 3 times on here I have border because I had 3 blocks, so 3 borders to do. And then for 1 block, it's the tree, and 1 is an angel thing. That's that green thing on the bottom. That green thing. So those are my goals. I mean, I can work on them more, but those are my goals. And so for this month, Black Sky border got called. So I finished the border on that bottom square that I showed earlier. And then I started working on the border for the one next to it. But since I finished, what I mean by border is I finished 1 block's border. So I finished that block's border and I was like, okay, I'm done. I can put it away. But since the way it was in the Q-snap, and I had that color out, I just went over and started working on that border a little bit before I put it away. And then 20 was Halloween Quaker. And for Halloween Quaker, I have, well, all 5 times, I just have 1 motif. So as long as I finish 1 motif, I can put it away. So I finished a motif, whatever. And then I was like, well, since it's out, and again, this other motif's only half done, and it's in the Q-snap. I finished that. And then I was on a roll, so I just moved my Q-snap, worked on Halloween, worked a little bit on the words Happy Halloween. And then I don't have any specifications for the Chatelaine, the Hade, or the Autumn Barn Quilts. I would like to do at least 200 stitches when they're called, but we'll see. I mean, 200 stitches is not much. That's my goals. 200 stitches when it's called. But I've already done January. It was Black Sky border and Halloween Quaker 1 motif. So already starting off WHCO with a bang. And let's see, I have no haul. So now I'll show you my kit parade. So for 2025, my plans are to start a new to me kit every month. One's not a kit, it's the long dog. I always do that. Long dog samplers. It's not a kit, but I wouldn't say I've always wanted to do a long dog sampler, but I felt like I should try a long dog sampler, so I included it. So with Christmas, I showed you what I got, and then I had 2 kits already, and then since I started recording, a kit I bought myself for Christmas came, and another kit I got as a present came. So I have I have 10 kits. I just need 2 more for the year. And I need to figure out what I'm going to stitch my long dog on and get that kitted up. So on my list, I have, it looks like I need a kit from WHCO and Marika, Merejka, Marika. Sorry, but I will show you my kits. And I have them in tiny decision wheel, so that when they're spun, that's what I'll work on for the month, unless it lands on one of the kits I don't own, or the long dog, before I have it kitted up, then I'll spin it again. So for January, it pulled my Pana, the fawn pillow. I had it took all the supplies out, but I haven't started it yet. And this is on like, was it like 14 count or something? And I asked how I was supposed to stitch on it, and it was on the back of this little insert. It's 4 threads, 4 strands. I have no idea what the fabric is. She big though. She big. Is it like 10 maybe? And then I put all the threads in another bag. So, with my needle minder. So, oh, so pretty. So, I'm not sure when I'll start this. Sometime this month. I would like to start it soon. Maybe we're supposed to have a big storm Sunday. Maybe I'll hunker down with some coffee and some cold case files. And I do plan to start smack dab in the middle. And I will turn into a pillow like it shows. So I think that's piping. I've never done piping. So I'm not sure exactly how I'll finish it. It will be a cushion. Because that's why I loved it. Because it was cute. And I was right. It was Amy Loves Toads who's working on it. I thought she finished it. But she is also working on it. So if you want to see some progress on how cute this is, go look at Amy Loves Toads. All right. And then the kits for the rest of the year so far. Like I said, I'm still missing 2 kits and the supplies for my long dog. I have them all just shoved into a bag. Ugh. Most of these are big ones too. So I'm glad that like the kit I bought myself is kind of small. And there's a couple that are not too big. I don't think they're too big. But I have my, I'm not going to be able to say her name. Thea Gouverneur, Lady in Unicorn. Oh, this is such a good one. I can't believe it only came out in 2021. I thought this was older. And there's all the fabric and the threads. Like I haven't taken anything out of their kits because I don't want to disturb anything until it's their turn to be worked on. And then I have Natural Beauty 3. From Embroidery from Philanthrope Embroideries. I can't do French, you guys. But this is one of the ones I ordered. This is one I ordered when we were in France and the store was closed. So I went online and just ordered it instead. Oh, she's so pretty. And I already looked at the fabric when I first got this, and it is dyed, and it does have like empty space to put her, like, plug her into. It's really neat. And look at the threads. And then this is my Lucas S. Fox on Island. Look at this little scarf. Look at that little scarf. There's a lot of half stitches up in the sky. That's nice. But man, that's going to be a lot of stitching right there, huh? I love just how like rustic the lighthouse looks. That's so cute. And there's the looks like 14 count, the fabric and the threads. And then I have dimensions. This is a, I have dimensions on here twice because this is a stocking. I've never done a stocking. So I had dimensions kit, Dimension stocking kit. And this one's for me. If I like doing it, I may do one for everyone in my family. Everyone. My husband and my kids. But this one's for me because I love foxes and I love polar bears and look like cute little mushrooms. And for girl who hates stitching white, it is a real burden how much I love polar bears. That just does not look like enough thread. Well, I guess it's not actually really a lot of stitching. I always forget about the little hedgehog. I really guess that's not that much stitching on there. Because I'm like, that doesn't look like a lot of thread. I mean, you can tell there's a lot of white. That's on this pretty blue Ada. Yeah, that'll be fun. And then my long dog sampler. Again, I'm still thinking of what to do. I've decided either like a yellowy fabric and a blue thread or a gray fabric and a yellowy thread. I haven't picked out what to do, but that's where I'm leaning. And I plan to just use DMC for the thread. I'm not using any fancy flosses because there's so much on here. I'm not stitching one stitch at a time. No, thank you. And I am not creative enough to go through and add random bits of color or break it up into different colors like other people do. I mean, when they do it, it looks beautiful, but there's so much going on, I wouldn't know what to pick, and it would drive me crazy trying to figure out what to make a different color or what to highlight. I thought about maybe doing, there was Krynic, there was a gold, like I wanted to put Krynic in somewhere, but now I can't remember where I was thinking of doing Krynic. Must have been a real short thought, because I honestly can't remember where I was thinking of doing it. And then my gold collection dimensions is the Wind Moon Fairy. Again, I love her because she doesn't scream fairy. Her wings are really delicate and light. So like when you first look at her, you could almost not even notice that she's a fairy. And look at the little black cat. And that moon, gosh, I love that moon. So there's her fabric and her threads. And then what I got recently as a gift, oh, that's not a gift. This is my Riolis kit. It is a sparrow. I'm looking forward to trying that because that has the wool acrylic thread. And look how small he is. He will be done so freaking quick. And there's his fabric and his threads. And Kelly from Pages and Stitches is working on him, and it's adorable. And I thought that if I really like this, I'll put him on my wish list and make him for my kid because it looks like our little black cat Lila. And this is one I got recently as a belated Christmas present. This is my Bothy Threads kit, the fairy ring. I love those mushrooms. I don't like mice, but I guess I don't mind them when they're stitched up mice because I think they're cute. And it came with the speckled fabric. See how the fabric is speckly? Speckly fabric. And there's the threads. Oh, those threads are so pretty. Those mushrooms are going to be so fun to do. And this is the one I bought myself for Christmas. It's a small little kit. It's called Berries and Blooms Bescorn You from Anne's Orchard Needlework. I believe that was from the UK. Yeah. So I got the 14 count Zweigart. Nope, I did not. Yes, 14 count Zweigart Ada. Because the option was 28 count casual linen or Ada, and I thought for my first Bescorn You and sewing it up, I should probably just play it safe and use the Ada. And it comes with anchor stranded embroidery thread, a needle, and the beads. Yeah, so it's got seed beads around the side, and then it came with the big beads for the top and the bottom. Look how pretty those threads are. Those are just anchor, but they look so pretty. wound up like that doesn't look like a pretty like fancy floss. So this will be my first Biscornu. I'm super excited about it. Plus it's gorgeous. So that's my kit parade. Those are my plans for this year. Start one of those a month. A couple of these I might actually finish in the month if I start early. You know, the Biscornu, those little guys gotta go quick. I can't imagine him taking very long at all. Are those French knots? Ugh. But I can't imagine that would taking long at all. This one, because some of these aren't full cover. This one, I don't think I'll finish in a month, but it won't be too long. Some of these are long haul projects. This is going to take a while. This is going to take a while. This shouldn't take too long because really when I look at it, it doesn't, I don't think it's actually a lot of stitching. I don't know about that one. It's got a lot on the bottom. She doesn't look like a lot. I mean, really, look how big the stitch is. She doesn't look like a lot. The other girl's going to take me a while. And that pillow, who knows? Who knows how long that pillow will take. So when I get my other kits, when I get my WHCO kit and my Marika kit, I'll let you guys know. You know, if I don't get those until like the end of the year, that's fine because I have these for the next 10 months. And I've got, you know, there's Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, anniversary, birthdays. I may get one of those kits on one of those holidays. So I'm not stressed about it. And that's my kit parade. And that's it. That's all I have for you. Da, 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 all over. Lifed. It snowed today for our first decent snow of the season. And then we're supposed to get a lot of snow on Sunday. So I think I'm going to make Sunday, I'm going to start my pillow. I'm going to start that pillow on Sunday. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay. And then next week I will finally start taking down my Christmas decorations, which makes me sad. But next video I'll show you all my Christmas, like, holiday stitching stuff that I have. Sorry, got a text. All the holiday stitching I have up, ornaments, decorations, things like that. That's it. I hope you had a good New Year's Eve. I did. I did not want to go out, but I did because my best friend's cousin was playing at a bar. And so we took a bonus child and college child as our designated drivers, just because they wanted to go. I didn't think we would actually have any drinks, but we ended up having a couple of drinks, so it worked out well. The band was really good. I was dreading it because I don't like bars. I don't like seeing people around town. But luckily, I didn't recognize a goddamn person there, so woohoo. And like I said, the music was good. I love hanging out with my best friend. My kids are a joy. We were only there about 2.5 hours. We came back to the house. We ordered Domino's because they're the only place open. So we ordered them and had my son pick it up because he stayed home. So then we got back to our house, ate too much pizza, watched the ball drop. Everyone left. I stitched and went to bed. So, you know, it was good. It's perfect. I'm not a party person. So it worked out well for me. I had a great time. And that's it, I think. That's all I have for you guys. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I didn't bore you to death with my very short whip parade. I know some people have a lot out there, and some years I've had a lot myself. So I was kind of like proud of myself that it was only 12. So, but obviously next year I'll have a lot more because I'm going to have these starts and God knows what else I'll start throughout the year. I don't think I'll finish anything this year except maybe some of the smaller kits and Halloween and Acorn Hollow. That should be done. That really should be it. I can't imagine finishing much of anything else, but you never know. I didn't think I was going to finish anything this past week, and I finished 2 things, so yay. Okay, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to have some hot coffee, because I've been drinking cold coffee, and looking out the window at the snow and drinking cold coffee is making me chilly. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a fabulous week, and enjoy all the whip parades. I know I am.